Hi. Oh, I can't hear you. Hi, Dashna. I can't hear you. Are you on mute?
Hello, this is Joseph from Juneau. Hi, I think you're just currently on mute. Yeah, so red, if the microphone is color red, then you are not on mute. If it's white, then you are on mute. So yeah, I'm not able to hear you just yet. Yeah, I'm not able to hear you. It might be worth if you're not able to turn on your microphone, maybe refresh for now. Just refresh the page and then just join back in.
Hi, Joseph. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yep, I'm able to hear you, Adele, so you're good. Thank you.
Brilliant.
No, Darshana, we're still not able to hear you yet. Let me see. Do you have an external mic or anything? Let's see. Darshana, I'm gonna drop a link in our chat here. It's gonna be a tech support room. So if you just click onto that for now, so we can try to troubleshoot it on in that room. I just want to see if there's gonna be a difference in there. So I'll see you in the other room.
Hello, am I audible?
Hi.
Hi, I am Kanis Farzana. I will be your Juno in session moderator of this session. I will not appear in the video, but I will be always available in the mod chat if you want to. And please keep an eye on the mod chat during the session. And we will be having questions coming from the participants. So, how do you want me to present that? You want me to read that for you, or you are going to attend that?
I can read them. They come in the question and answer specifically on the. I can see that there's different chat windows. So the chat, the Q&A, the polls,
Yes.
and the mod.
So the chat window is for the participants. You can also join here, and there are a question answer poll, and there is a mod chat. So where only the speakers and the moderators get to chat. This chat is not visible to the participants. So if you have any problem, you can just message me there. Okay.
Oh, okay. We still are waiting for quite a few speakers to join. They're trying to join on the link on the website, but they aren't actually able to get in.
Okay. Let me just give me few minutes and let me just check. Okay. Can you please tell me the names of the speakers?
Yeah, so we have quite a few who are needing to join. So we have Ian Tika, Trinita, Pascaline, Chinello, Montenreo. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can you please just write the name in the mod chat? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Candice. Hi, team. It seems that there's some people who's not able to get in here, some speakers.
Yes.
Can you provide us their names, please, so I can check?
Yes. Can you see the names in the mod chat?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Ha. Abi didn't put the Raj. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Hi, John. I think we are good now.
Yeah, Darshan, I think you are good to go. I do hear you
Thank
now.
you very much.
You're welcome. Candice,
Yes,
you mentioned that there are some speakers that can't get in here. Do we
yes.
have their names or email address by any chance?
Adil, can you please give the email address of the speakers who didn't join yet?
And you can drop it in the mod chat as well.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much.
Adil, you just dropped the email. Adil has dropped written the name of the speakers in the mod chat. Can you see them, Joseph?
I cannot, so I can't see previous ones since I
Oh,
just
okay, okay.
joined.
Let me write that again.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
thank
just
you.
looking for the email addresses.
Okay, that would be great.
I can do that. I've got the email handy with me.
Oh, thank you.
And so, how many more are we missing here?
We have most of our speakers missing. So we have 6 speakers in total. And we just have Dashna here with us at the moment.
Got it. Got
So
it.
we've got 5 missing.
Yeah. So just be advised that they may join a little bit later. That's okay. I don't. Are you guys speaking in sequence or all together?
Yeah. So I have an introduction first, which
Okay.
will be about 10 minutes. So it's not the first thing on the agenda with the
Okay.
speakers. And then when I want to go to the speakers, are they able to speak freely by just turning on their mic, or do we need to give them access to speak?
I don't know. Did I take everyone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are there.
Yeah. 1. We've also got Trinita as well.
Okay. So who has? Oops, sorry. Who has the contact for Ayantika?
This is Ayantika here.
Oh, okay. So you are good to go then. So you're able to get in. Mechanics, can you drop the second email, please? Sorry, I just lost it. I had to refresh my page.
Okay, let me do that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Anna, can you please put the email addresses again in the mod chat? Because Joseph has refreshed his page and they're gone.
Yeah, apologies about that. Okay, so Mingapir is not registered with our system yet. Is she using a different email address? Do we know?
I don't know. I mean that looks like her work email address that she normally uses.
Okay, let's see if I can pull her up by first name. Yeah, she's not registered in the system, which is why she's not able to sign in. So let me get her set up. All right. So I sent her an email with account information in there. So hopefully she signs in sooner than later. And then the other person is good to go. I added her onto this platform already. So if you have, so I have Matun Rayo, Gilbert,
Yeah.
Darshani, Ayantika, and Adele. So we have Adele, Ayantika, Darshana. Do we know anything about Gilbert and Monterario?
So they aren't actually speaking.
Okay, so we're only missing one then from here, and that's Mingabir.
So we're missing Trinita.
Trinita as well. Yeah.
And Pascaline. And Chinello.
Trinita is registered. Okay, so for whoever has contacted Trinita, have them refresh their page and they should be able to get into here. We will be live in a minute. So I don't continue to drop the emails in the mod chat if possible. I'll try to continue to reach out to them or try to add them. But you're going to be live in 45 seconds. You have 3 speakers in the room already right now, so you should be good and set to go. If nothing else, just carry on the show. I'm sure you guys will do fine. But we try our best to get them in there. It seems that they're not either registered in the system, so it seems that this is a very last minute addition.
Okay.
Darshana, you're a mute, but I'm gonna go off. We are live in 10 seconds. So
I can't see Ayantika in here. Is she?
we're live in 10 seconds. Good luck, guys.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to everybody joining our session today. We are really excited to have you join on our session on youth participation in decision making and the Global Youth Summit at large. Some of you are joining us through the Juno platform, and many more are joining through the live broadcast and multiple social media channels. So hello to everybody. It's great to have you here and welcome to our session. So before we start, just a bit of housekeeping to help us enjoy the session together. And so please note that this session is part of the Global Youth Summit. And we strongly encourage you to explore all of the other sessions in one of the three tracks that are happening over the weekend. We're in our 3rd day today, so I'm hoping that you've been able to explore other sessions across the summit. So by joining the session today, everybody who will have the opportunity to speak consents to their image and their audio being broadcast. And by participating in the Global Youth Summit, you have agreed to behave professionally, respectfully, and be culturally sensitive towards other people and to promote the principles of respect, diversity, and inclusion, as well as to actively prevent and not engage in abusive behaviour of any kind that leads to harm, prejudice, discrimination, or harassment against any person. If you cannot adhere to these code of conduct, you will be removed from the session and potentially banned from the entire event. We do have a safeguarding team moderating the session and our interaction on the Juno platform and the live broadcast chat function and all social media channels. Should you at any point feel unsafe or witness any concerning behaviour, please reach out by sending an email to safe@globalyouthmobilization.org. You may also get in touch with our support team at the virtual help desk, and all information emailed to the email address will be kept private and confidential. So thank you once again for joining this session, and we're really excited to see so many people joining from around the world. So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Adele, and I work for WAGGGS, which is the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. Welcome again to our session exploring youth participation in decision making. So, welcome to WAGGGS. So, WAGGGS, the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, is the largest voluntary movement dedicated to girls and young women, and we represent 10 million girls and young women from 152 countries. We support and empower girls to achieve their fullest potential and become responsible citizens of the world. Our strengths lie in our innovative non-formal education programs, leadership development, and advocacy work and community action work. Young women have told us it's important to meaningfully involve them because it is something that is very important to us. And we know that when girls and young women are involved in decision making, our Girl Guide and Girl Scout programs are going to be more responsive to what girls and young women need, and in so be more impactful. For WAGGGS and the Girl Guide and Girl Scouting movement, we have a central responsibility to have girls' voices and ideas at the centre of everything we do, because adolescence and youth is a crucial age. If girls and young women are able to access a range of leadership opportunities early in their life, it shapes their own perception and the world's perception of what is possible. On the screen, you can see some of the quotes given by our youth panel on why youth and young women's participation is so important. So, you can see on the slide that gender stereotypes and the norms that we experience early in the life of the child shape the lives of girls throughout their childhood and into adulthood. For many girls, as they reach adolescence, they experience restrictions and limitations and to focus on what they do. While boys are encouraged to pursue hobbies and extracurricular activities and to focus on their studies, girls are often redirected towards domestic responsibilities and are more likely to drop out of school. So we see a diversion at this age. Where boys' horizons often expand at this age, girls' lives can become more restrictive. Girls and young women, on the whole, have less opportunities to hone their decision-making skills and to develop and practice their leadership skills. This, coupled with the gender norms that reinforce stereotypes that men are natural leaders and women are not, results in less women and young women being represented in positions of leadership. As we reach adulthood, our pathways continue to diverge. We see this in our governments, in our schools, in our local communities. So, today we wanted to talk about how we encourage girls and young women in meaningfully in Girl Guiding and Girl Scouting. We are joined by representatives of 3 of our member organisations who have been working on improving youth participation to ensure girls and young women have the opportunity to raise their voices and to be heard and shape their organisations. So, I would like to introduce you first to Darshana, who is from India and the Bharat Scouts and Guides. And they have been involving young women in committees and giving them an opportunity to shadow their leaders and to give them positions of responsibility. So she is joined today by the Vice Chairperson of the National Youth Commission, Ayantika. So welcome both. And we're really looking forward to hearing about the work that you have been doing and the leadership opportunities that you have been taking place in.
Hello, howdy, and very warm namaste to all the members, the future of the world. Yes, all the viewers here on Juno, as well as all the members, all the observers who are watching us on our YouTube channel and the streaming videos. A very thank you for watching us. This is Darshana Pavaskar, Joint Director Guides for Bharat Scouts and Guides. Bharat Scouts and Guides, it's one of the largest youth organization in India which engages young members. There was a time when we went to an eye-opener where the organization saw that there was no succession planning and there were many positions, many volunteers, many places which were vacant. And that was when Bharat Scouts and Guides took a very big decision, a policy change which took place in, and many amendments were done in the rule where we incorporated our youth committees, our youth members at all the various levels of the organization. And we asked and invited our youth to shadow the staff members as well as volunteers. As we saw, this was been done long time back, and on the same basis, we do have some of our interim results. We still have to achieve the best results, and I have along with me Ayantika, who is our vice chairperson for the National Youth Committee.
Hello everyone, Namaskar.
Well, Ayantika, as you are here, just tell us more about your role and your responsibility as a vice chairperson. Tell us something about yourself.
So this is Ayantika Kundu and I'm a ranger from the Bharat Scouts and Guides India, and currently I'm pursuing my graduation from the University of Mysore. So speaking about my role and journey, presently I am the Vice Chairperson of the National Youth Committee of the Bharat Scouts and Guides India. So basically, the National Youth Committee comprises of the enthusiastic youths of age group of 18 to 29 years of age who are the youth representatives from all over India. And my journey since the time I have joined this movement back in 2013 has been incredible. From taking part in all the activities designed by Bharat Scouts and Guides to getting the opportunity to organize events for the young people and taking up responsibilities has been a milestone for me. So this was a brief about my journey and role. And my team members and myself, with the help of Bharat Scouts and Guides, as we have amazing leaders of Bharat Scouts and Guides, they gave us the opportunity to run youth programs. So I would like to name a few. We have conducted Singing Fiesta, which was the first ever virtual project of Bharat Scouts and Guides. It was a national level virtual music competition. Then coming to Project Yuvana, it was a 7 days activity pack to celebrate the National Youth Day. And presently, Bharat Scouts and Guides has collaborated with UNICEF India Generation Unlimited, where 20 young members of the National Youth Committee, we are working with the core team of UNICEF. So yeah, this is a bit about my journey.
Okay, now that you say that you have been into the position as the vice chairperson, is it necessary that we should involve youth into decision making? What do you think?
Yes, as I said, I feel it is absolutely necessary for the young members to be present in the decision making platform because when you ask a youth what they want, they are completely aware of their needs. They can voice their problems and they are quite aware in which manner the solutions to be implemented for themselves, which can be effectively done. And when you give this chance to a young member, they can do it very actively. And in reality, when you see youths, when youths are not present in the decision-making platforms, the decisions which are taken by other people, sometimes it becomes a burden on them. It might go against the type of solution they wanted. So, which in turn, it completely discourages the young generation. So that's where young people's participation in the decision-making platforms plays a huge role. So, young leaders, on behalf of the youths, should take decisions for the young people. And the effect of the solution definitely doesn't become a burden anymore. And to speak about a live example, that's how the National Youth Committee of the Bharat Scouts and Guides work, where the decisions taken by the young people are given equal importance, which helps in the effective implementation of the solution. And it also gives a feeling to the young people that they are also a part of this movement and that their voices are also considered. So, to bridge the gap between decision making and decision taking, I think youths must definitely be present in the decision making platforms.
That gives me goosebumps. It reminds me when I was small and when I was with so much of excitement, the same kind of feeling I do get. Tell me something more about uh, why and what has the organization gained from your leadership?
Well, the meaning of leadership to me is all about how well I can manage in a function of a crisis and how to transform my vision into a reality. It's all about creating a legacy to me and helping other people to grow. So I'm sure under my leadership, the youths in our movement today they are much more confident than they were earlier. The youth committee members, myself, and the Bharat Scouts and Guides, we create several youth-related programs and trainings. So, by these initiatives, we open up a platform for the young people to discover themselves. They actually get the opportunity to recognize their strengths as well as their weaknesses. We give the young people the opportunity to lead, and we give them the amount of exposure and the proper amount of exposure which is needed for their further advancement. So that's how you said we get the opportunity to shadow our own leaders. So this is the overall development in the young people, which helps to create better leaders for the organization. And when we have better leaders for the organization, I think this is an absolutely great asset for an organization for its overall growth and development. So I think this way my organization and the young people are developing, still yet to achieve many more things.
Great, that's nice. Now let's talk about improvements and challenges. So, being into the role of vice chairperson, what do you think? What kind of improvement has to be done, or what kind of changes has to be done on the organizational level?
Well, the changes which I feel that as days are passing by, our movement is expanding, which means the number of young people in the organization is increasing. So, for the National Youth Committee to function effectively, I believe the replica of this administrative model should also function in the same way at the various level of the organization. As because the ideas which we are generating at the national level and the solutions which we are trying to implement should also reach to the grassroots levels where every young member's voice can be heard and it can be acted upon. So, in this way, the effectiveness in the working system at the national level can be achieved only by this policy. So, I think this is one of the biggest improvement which is still to be worked on at the National Youth Committee.
Okay. Now you have been into the position, you have also been into guidings and rangering things. Tell me one of your wow moments when you wear this uniform. What is the thing that makes you feel very proud and very feel good factor? What is that?
Well, I think this is the most exciting question for me to answer. So, my wow moment till now is the time I represented my country and participated in the 24th World Scout Jamboree, which was held in USA in 2019. As we all know, it was the camp. It was an education for life. It opened up the world in front of my eyes, like from witnessing various kinds of scouting initiatives, meeting up the World Scouting leaders, witnessing Mr. Bear Grylls from front, and making friends from different parts of the world is worth remembering for lifetime. So, and most importantly, the values and the learnings which I had imbibed from there, it has helped me to achieve this dream of myself leading the young people of my youth committee from front. So yes, this is still the wow moment of mine in journey, and forever it will be.
Thank you, Arantika. It was nice hearing you. And as you all can see, our decision, which was taken few years ago, that has started reaping. Now I can present you Ayantika, who is a full-fledged leader, confident enough to take the organization forward. So it's very important that we do give that opportunity and that place for our young members to take us us ahead and make our future better. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Adil.
Thank you so much. It's been so brilliant to hear about your experiences within the Barrett Scouts and Guides, and thank you so much for sharing them today. We have had a few questions coming on the chat, which perhaps you would be able to answer. So the first question is, do you have any good tips on how to promote youth leadership on a small scale? For example, within the Scout and Guide unit itself, for young people, maybe 10, 11, 12-year-old participants.
Yes, sure. What happens is in India and also in our organizations, we do work in our petrol system. And petrol system is how we work in a group of 8 or 10. And that leadership we keep on rotating. So it's not that one person who is a petrol leader for a long time, but we keep on changing them so they learn their own skills and keep on enhancing their skills. So it happens from a very tiny age in the organization. Our youngest members are 3 to 5 years
Okay,
old.
let me connect now. At least I'll be seeing those things. Just that my face will not show.
Thank you. That's so good to hear. And when working, so another question that we have had through, so when working with youth leaders, how are you able to give them skills and experience that can help contribute to their development in this leadership area?
Yes, we do try and provide opportunities, workshops. The very recent one, even in this pandemic, we had a workshop of Prepare to Learn, Prepare to Lead, along with the facilitators from WAGGGS, where we called all the members of our National Youth Committee, as well as our State Youth Committee members who came in, who learned, enhanced their leadership skills. At the same time, they also had skill development workshops where they learned how to chair a meeting, how to take minutes, what is the administration that has to be done, how can you assign work to your committee members. So that kind of skill development workshops we do conduct eventually with frequent intervals at the organizational level.
Brilliant. That's great to hear. And we really look forward to hearing more about opportunities for young people within the Barrett Scouts and Guides and also WAGGGS as a whole. So thank you so much for sharing your experiences today. It's been wonderful to hear about them.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so next, we also have some speakers here from Nigeria. So I would like to introduce you to Monterrey, who will be speaking today about how they have representation at the national board, which allows young people to be involved in decision-making processes. So thank you so much for joining us today. And please, I'm interested to hear about your experiences.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, thank you very much. My name is Motoraya Akishete, and I work as a as the UPS and project manager for the Award Voice project. And I'm here with my other youth, but she's unable to join, so I don't know if she can just sit beside me, and if that's fine. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just give me a minute.
Thank you. So just waiting for them to come back. So it's so good to hear about all these different experiences from countries and member organizations throughout the world. If you do have any questions, please add them into the question box on the side, and we'll try and answer as many as we can.
Okay, she's up now. She's the one, Regina. Okay.
Hi, welcome.
Okay, she's finally up. I would like to introduce her, so I can ask some questions. Okay. All right. Regina, if you'd like to introduce yourself, so can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your role in guiding? Please, the audio is not turned on. Can you turn on your audio, please? Oh. Hello, Chinelo, please turn on your audio. The audio is not on yet. Sorry. No, the audio is not on. I don't know. Can anybody hear her? Oh no. Okay.
It looks like you might be on mute. So if you just go to the bottom of the screen, there should be a microphone to unmute yourself.
Oh, I don't know what is happening. Please just give me a minute. I need to cross check with her.
Just working on our technical abilities here. So if you just bear with us 2 seconds, and hopefully we'll be able to get the sound working for you.
She's back in.
Great, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
So we can hear you clearly now, so
Alright.
please feel free to proceed.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself and your position in guiding. So introduce yourself and your guiding.
All right. Thank you, Motirayo. My name is Otu Regina Chinelu. I am a master in organic chemistry, and I've taught for 10 years. My role in guiding until yesterday is National Youth Commissioner of Nigerian Girl Guides Association.
And what decision-making opportunities have you been part of in guiding? What opportunities have you seen and have you been involved in when it comes to guiding?
Okay, for Nigerian Girl Guide Association, I have been a member of the national board. I was representing the Nigerian youths, that's the young women, in the decision-making body of Nigerian Girl Guide Association at the national level.
How does your role contribute to the development of the Nigerian Girl Guide Association?
Wow, my role contributed immensely because, it made the young women feel belonging. It made them feel we are part of this association. Our decisions are taken, our voices are heard, and our decisions count. Because most times when they raise up some critical issues they need to decide on, most especially when it concerns young women, I reach out to them, we discuss, we agree on what we want, and I give back to the association. I mean, I relate back to them. And that made the young women feel so much impactful and so much valued in the association. So we are part of the decision making, and we also make our contributions whenever there are critical issues to talk about, most especially when it concerns young women.
Okay. What do you believe that is very important for you and your peers? What do you think? How do you think your voice will be heard, and what are the things you think should be, you should be involved in when it comes to decision making?
Most of the things I think we should be involved in is succession planning. When the young woman knows that I am taking this role now for the future generation, I am doing this to better this association. And after me, young people will also come up to fill in the gap. So what I feel is a major concern and what we would like to have and see happening is we being part of the decision making and we being part of the succession plan, so that there will be no gap, so that the association will keep improving and keep making progress as we grow the membership of our association. So we believe that our values will continuously be transferred to the next people that will come up, and also they will come with new ideas and dynamic decisions after all. Yeah.
Do you have any example you like to you give to young leaders in
Okay, very
Nigerian
good
Girl Guide?
example I would like
Yes.
to give is just what happened yesterday. Yesterday we had new appointments of the National Youth Commission and the assistants, and they are just our immediate past years alumni. They have been working with us as youth leaders. One of them served as the zonal youth coordinator for Zone C. That is the succession planning we are talking about. They've made their impact. We've seen that these people are dedicated, they are hardworking, and they have the interest of the association at heart. So when they were appointed, I feel relaxed. I was very much happy because I know these people will definitely fill in this gap, and they will even make more impact than I and my assistant made when we were there. So that is a very good example of the succession planning and how young women can come up on board to better the association when they are involved in decision-making roles.
Okay. Thank you very much. Those are the questions I have here. For myself as a young leader, I've been in the Nigerian Girl Guide for a quite number of years, and I've really benefited from, the youth participation. You has always been carried along. There's always leadership trainings for us, always different skills, capacity, and things we need to do to equip ourselves, just to ensure that more young girls and women are being groomed to be able to fill up that decision role. And I think it's a really big opportunity for every girl, because even this weekend we had a youth training and we had to meet over 30 states from our country. So I think it's a way to always encourage that youths should come up to learn about things on leadership and so many other things, so that they will be able to, develop their potentials to the fullest and be able to fill in the role of decision makers when the time comes to handle that responsibility. I don't know. I saw a question, but I don't know if that is for us. Oh, I can't hear you.
Should I read the question for you?
Hello, Hadel. I can't hear you. I don't know. Maybe it's the network, or maybe it's...
Adil, I guess you are on mute. Can you please say it again?
Yeah, I think you're on mute.
Hi. So a question that we have is, what do you feel are the main differences between decisions that are made by older leaders and decisions that are made by younger leaders or youth participants?
Okay. Chinelo, will you like
Difference
to answer?
between the decisions made by the leaders.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. There are differences. Let me give one example. One difference is that, as an old women, they think according to their generation. Remember, we have different generations, the older ones, the younger ones, and the younger ones. So this older generation, they think according to their age. But the younger ones, the decisions they will make is something that will suit their generation and their peers, something that is, let me say, youth friendly, that their peers will like, and they know what suits them best and they know what they want. But these older ones, if they make decisions for us, it may not be what we want. It may not suit us at the contemporary age. But when we make decisions for ourselves, at least everybody will be carried along and will consider our age, and this will be youth friendly, and everybody would like to be part of the decision made.
Okay. That's a good one. I think for old leaders, because the way they were groomed and the way things worked during their time, maybe the way they want to also run things that are happening. But with time changing and with a lot of skills coming, leadership, and even with digital literacy, a lot of adults, they need to blend into that technology age. So that's also maybe a little bit of gap, because we youths are always very, anything coming up, we are always at it. So that is a way, but we ensure that even while youths are even trying to we try to find a balance, so that we carry them along, we carry both the youth and adults, so they'll be able to learn both things. So we have a lot of youths that even adapting to the technology age, and people were not using, me for example, the technology we are using before, like Zoom and everything, and now they are even experts at it. So I think trying to find a way to blend this is also a good way to work together. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us today and for answering our question there. And next, I would like to take us to Rwanda. And we have Pascaline here, who would like to speak about how the Rwandan Go Guide Association has been providing capacity building training to troop leaders, and how the dissemination of your report has boosted confidence and participation of young people. So I'd like to hand over to you.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for having me in this space. I was happy to hear from the moderators, India, and as well as Nigeria. It's amazing. So I am here. I am Pascaline, you're the singer, and of course I'm not the only one from Rwanda. I am with Trinita, you can introduce yourself. Okay, yeah, hi. So yeah, so going first to the question is okay, how is Rwanda involving young leaders into its leadership model or the structure as well? It's I can say from my personal experience, I am 21 years old, but I hold leadership positions, so many different leadership positions in my MO. Like let's say I'm a leader for the Rwanda U Report steering team. I'm a leader under the leadership of Trinita in the youth committee for the Rwanda Guides. I have a project that I lead for that is called IOGT, for fighting against drugs and everything. And I hold so many other different leadership positions from even my troop back home. So this shows exactly from my personal experience and from Tinita's personal experience that the Rwanda Guides are trying everything they can do to make sure that their activities and their plans are being implemented by the young leaders from uh, by the young leaders from every corner of the country. And then I can also adapt that into the Euriport team. Even the Euriport team is being managed by young people. I think the older one among us is 24 years old, and we have been doing tremendous activities. Like even now we are into the training in the west side of the country. I mean, just creating awareness about your report into the West Country with the school teachers, because we believe they have a bigger audience to make that message get a bigger awareness into their kids and everyone that they always engage with every day. So I can say the Rwanda Guides has been holding young girls into its planning phase, from the planning phase of the project into the implementation, into the monitoring and evaluation, and also into the follow-up activities. And we can say that we are grateful because they put their trust in us, and of course they follow up to make sure that we are delivering to the standards that we need to deliver to. And we have been, using our genres, what we call the Generation Z experience, the young people's experience, to make sure that we align their projects with what young people we feel like we need to make those projects run friendly to the youth. So yeah, that's how it has been working here. Okay, did you manage to hear me? Oh, thank you. Yeah. Adele, do you have?
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your experiences there. We also have Trinita here. Is there anything that you would like to share about your experiences as well?
Thank you. My name is Wanda Trinita, and I have been in guiding since 2012, and which means I'm 9 years old in guiding. So I have participated in different activities, agile activities, and I have got a chance of being agile youth representative, and I have gained a lot of experiences being a good public speaker, having self-confidence, being responsible on my early age, and I'm 22 years old, and I'm confidently sure that I can even participate in more and more activities that I can get opportunity to lead. And even in my daily life, I control myself. I can take care of everyone basing on different activities and opportunities I get. So I'm really proud of being a Gagite. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think it's been such an amazing session today to hear about all of your experiences, about the work that you're doing across all of your organizations, and really having your opinions and your skills being recognized, and creating change within your organization, and being part of the decision-making processes. So thank you so much for all of your continued work within this, and I hope to see you continuing to inspire other people to make to take position in these roles and to be able to make decisions within your organizations and at large as well. So thank you so much. And as we come to the end of our session today, I'd just like to speak about the Motion 32 proposal that is taking place within the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. And so it's something that we really recognize that while the Girl Guides and Girl Scouting movement is a movement of women and young women, girls from across the world, they're not always involved in decisions or taking up leadership positions within their own countries or associations or units. So it's something that we really want to work on going forward to be able to inspire people to take on these positions. We are a girl and young woman led initiative within the movement that we are trying to bring about this change. So in our 36th global conference, when all of our member organizations came together, a motion was passed that incited research into why more young women are not standing for governance positions. So this research was led by a team of young women researchers, and they found that there is a desire for young women to be involved within decision-making structures across the whole of the movement. So more needs to be done to make sure that we have roles available on national level boards, on regional committees that are attainable, attractive, and beneficial for young women and the movement itself. So the research that was taking place, it was led entirely by young women from the design phase all the way through to the research, and this is where they're currently at the moment. So we are using this research to influence member organizations and regions to have better representation of young women in their decision making. So we hope that you've taken inspiration from our speakers today. You feel motivated to take opportunities to develop your leadership skills, to get involved in your communities, and that we hope that you can consider the change that you and your peers really want to see. If there's no opportunities available, ask for them. And we hope that you can go ahead and be involved in these decision making and high level structures within your organization, but the world at large. And so we are just finishing our session now. We've gone off live. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining today, and thank you for sharing all of your experiences.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. Brilliant.
Thank you so much, Adele.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody who joined.